OKFM 101.7.
Okay, 101.7 Sunye. Yera Kofi Adams. A former aide to former Prez Rawlings. Why a parliamentary candidate Emma Boom, former national organizer. Champion Kofi Adams. Memoache.
Come Jodo.
Nabokodi.
Oh, Yami Edinache, Yabeka say, Boko, Nanso, Yina, say, and Yaboko, dear.
Hey, you are Kofi Adams. What say, Papa? Rawlings, Uno, essay.
Oh, a very difficult moment. Now, your campaign in some part of the constituency, network, and share and Abraham make us a year, and me boy for back home. Watch out, be two papers. So the brain say, this is the news now. We're afraid my colleague back home or woman officer were confirming say. Sana at the end issue, and that was about 11 a.m. And I want to miss you, okay, and the program is into me and to us. So, Omo and Kona Omo Kobo the next place, no more from more can say for an agent and unexplained incident into me, but later no, or mobile and come. So that was how this very sad and unfortunate news of the demise of such a great person and someone Mitumaka say still no or mine yenny and not still or Nyama Bibi ever anymore. Or she said a very golden opportunity to impact the enemy. I can't I don't understand why maybe God will do this to us at this moment. But you see or no
OKFM 101.7.
Papa, what's the Niari say? What's the send and home fano? Nana, dear, you know what Wadauruma.
Last week, no said, maybe you be called Neho, and to me, it kind Eka Huasem. Unfortunately, in campaign activities, now I had to reschedule. And the Menene Kasa last week, early part of the week, and he was all in a good mood, usual. Menene Kasa, Olobisa, Obek, Krake, usual jokes. So, for me, all is well. And I discussed in that the Friday engagement was not going to be possible. So, Tuesday, and me work for this friend, catch him say, what you say, man, and on top on our collegium, so no, that and I'm in the Kassan just last week. It didn't sound like anyone who has anything or say, you didn't call Kolebukra or the Kwakoda. Maybe the routine checks dinner or call it. So, the Nadia, yes, yourself, that hospital. So, the person who gave her the information sounded a bit frightened. So I tried checking on Wednesday. I want to confirm is yes, he's not been well now hospital. But Nipa no so information said that he's stable, quite stable. His condition is better than he went in. So we are hoping, say by all means, Oman never back, and our engagement may happen next week because now imagine say after Sunday activities on the constituency, they back to come and have some activity within a class. So we'll be able to have that meeting. Unfortunately, I'm Manusa. So, and Mr. Assembly here, my partner say, made no corner last week Friday. When he called me for like an hour, he was just in. You can't control this man. You can't control how he felt. I even ended up consoling him. But that is how it is. Omar Yubia, he is a fighter. He cares about people so much that he cares less about himself. On Bibi Hanokra or no Jane won't sing on another. That's the man. That's the man who he wants to know how you are feeling, the family is feeling, everybody around you at home. He wants to know that in order. And surprisingly, he has a way of reading to know that you are not, there's something wrong. He will insist, even if you say, oh man, everything is okay. You insist that no, I feel like Bibi call you and you need to open up. You need to open up. We've really lost a great person, a man of truth, a man of empathy. Say, you can say, our fellow feeling. Me, I've come close to leaders that have not come to one. Let's say Rawlings, and that explains why Obi a obeben no biano now abeben action, because won ben adwuma wo fa ne ho no completely different. But when you have opportunities to encounter him, I don't know if you say that's na papi tina and uncle for be people out there about him. That's President Rawlings, or a down-to-earth leader. That's very strict and principled. But Bano accommodating the common people and coming down to your level, he will come down. If he has to be presidential, you'll be presidential. If he has to come to your level for you to feel comfortable, Obeba will level to make you comfortable and open up.
Na ayi mama wiade se obi bisa o say who was Papa J? Say wo ba amanyosem a who was Papa J? Wo ba social life ma who was Papa J? Ade ba kwa na me de penasem pa ye te say de na wo kan say da bia o hwese wo ye okay. I remember ayi na ohina Jekum, former Ashanti regional minister. As a journalist, me bi na me ko interview Papa J. Ana oye se yemre fie ho na ye ko fie ho no na wo ma serving enkatekan de na ehwam de ti mi du ho no ana me yeso ka me ko gina anum ho na se wo mu wie a so didi wie a na nkamasan ba because one can say you inside the inside ana o say tenase na so nka me percent ka me gina anum ko didi wie a sabi panimu didi ana ogina na ohin anim sa no so de gina bra ti me pini no na no fa plate ena wasa nkwan ni binom so papa nka in loss no wudi mi ka so be interview me na me serve panimu me serve aduane a wonni o serve me bie ene head in hemre ena me di kogu kama nti ye didi ni nyina no na oni me mi busa no mi musa no questions mi busa na o answer mi busa no answer because o didi wi a na sabre na okọ rally wo asokore mampon na o mo ye by elections bi ho aso ase ha enti media kakra mi di hu no eno no me kai mre bi na Justice Anan eno mbuza ne se ebre ben na first time o di hu Papa J and was no ye Ghana boxing association for chairman na ebra enkrofo ne ba no mo Papa J kan ho ba bie no was na bantie broni kokoye and was we boxing trainer iti wakwa na mama de say Papa so no na n'ani gye boxing ho na wo training nkurɔfoɔ no ne adeadeɛ wɔ ɛti sɛ wo nso wayɛ ne aid da na wo ne no anya nkitahudie bebree wadeɛ nyinaa no who was Papa J?
Kwame, Papa J was a man of many things. Nyama bebree wani mo a nkurɔfoɔ bebree na ɔmo enim. So he's an all-rounder. 101.7. Ebano politics there na ye beka bibi. So ye credit our independence to Kwame Nkrumah. I think it is right and appropriate. So ye credit Jerry Rawlings for yen fourth Republican constitutional democracy any stability yenya Syria because he's proven it before then until say President Rawlings beba onto the scene. Now yache or minor completely into two. The Dombo, Buzia Dombo for any Nkrumah side. They never really agreed. They never saw eye to eye. Now, so in a way, the Provisional National Defense Council brought some of these persons who disagreed on board. So during that process, during that transition, we were not enemies, and that we just had differences in opinion of how to do things. And if we can see it, you mentioned from some angles, indeed, we can collaborate for the success of Yenomai. And truly, we have been able to now usher ourselves to a constitutional democracy. Anything that Debia in Kofoka says, or say military rule now 92 now, yes, I say yeah, democracy. He said no, it is not 92. From 92, no, we got constitutional democracy. But PNDC by itself, by the nature of its governance and in the composition, was equally democratic in nature. But it may not be constitutional.
101.7.
And it was a transitional democracy. And be transitional democracy. It was not a normal military junta in the past, and I associated with in many places. It was more of a transitional democracy into a constitutional democracy. And he saw it all through, or sacrifice it to give us what today we call a stable democratic process. Now, Adia, now, when he said he sees being head of state and our president of the republic at the age of 52. The age Obiato said this is the age Uncle for Ebinumu Eura into that role. No? He never thought, let alone say obey attempt say or amend the constitution to change anything say on sanctional bill because he was very popular. Both within the party and then even in the country. 1 year any attempt. At age 52, they are minding if you are on 70 something, and so still or Fakwa in Bonisu say or the constitution and now or Fakwa in Bonisu say we need elections. At 52, he handed over. Stayed in this country, one continent baby for 21 years after leaving office. Now we show because no one said no credit. Ewo never. He had truth on his side. He had truth and a lot of good judgment. Yes, leaders and 24 to make a mistake once a while. But then Jerry Rawlings, I think, made so many. Say, one on the scale of 1 to 10, you give him about 9 plus in terms of good judgment. In terms of good judgment. In terms of appropriateness of the decision at the time he took them. I was very lucky. The Minina Juma at the time, he was like in the hot period of taking decision on this, take this decision, take that decision, take this. No. But Minyano, at the time, I felt he was in the best of situations to share with somebody this decision, how they arrive at this decision, why he thinks this was correct then, why he thinks given the chance, he will do the same thing, why he thinks tomorrow if we have another opportunity, this way. I was just so lucky. And he still had na our Nyama Bia Eda Nakumasu Basenko, which she said, yeah, especially he thought, say, in Nyama Bia or Juni Hufa, our governance system, especially local governance. Later, he realized the bastardization of South process. One of it, 30% government appointees to district assembly concept now on the buy. The whole idea was to bring on board other persons, technocrats, the traditional authority. But over the years, you are done to political patronage. NDC dia na ya sisa yem party for Eddie Koguo MPP bar no more sisa no more Eddie party for Koguo without any proper background. Yeah, so it doesn't enrich the assembly concept. He thought, say, we over westernization of our governance and democratic process and did away with what was working well for us before the Sibroni Edini governance system Edi Bray.
Na mama nhwe ade we eniema bebre wo ho a Prez Rawlings yeah mama use sa name no I like that pa accolade no Prez Rawlings yeah so monumental ba ko ni sa district assembly concept here assemblymen assemblywomen ne de keka ho eno eye baako amanfo so be kai various polytechnics no ne ade no wono na upgrade wo mo ema wo mo be ye tertiary institutions eno enso ye baako ye junior high school ya ene ye koyi ababebo ade a etewei wono so ene ede ba ye me kai pa se wo sign the program bi economic recovery program I know so what the buyer, what the palms card, a buyer, eniema would be na dear me who ye back on says na what the or fre woman a wonim dear samumra no afre way bra mampenda da ko fokra no edu baby no ofre no ma ne buyer ma wo nyina eba be so man wonim no na dwene wo se bia ye bu man na ye nyame nko am trim na beboa na mu nkrofo mra am yenye no na ne say.
Look, Okabi betrayed me one time. I say, create space for many people and opportunities for a lot of people. He doesn't believe in individualism. So he used or the BBA demonstration say Boko, if you go to a dining area, na ubia ukopie wo etibia na ubia tete ni small table na onunkwa na wekuku ho the small table onunkwa eyiso ni small table onunkwa the other one the small table that family cannot unite and grow in strength. But ukopie or baby, na ebisuani ina table can na bibia no and munina na motiti around it. And now everybody has a right to dish. Ubemu say there is some level of what? Unison. And the a kind of any name corner, Eddie Bressa, Ebisiano. Jerry Rawlings believes in people's strength. Say, let's sit around the table and talk. Bring your sense, let me bring my sense. Let's debate it out. Now, say, would you know, and the best, he will take it. There were times Kofi said, oh, now, Papa, does he allow you to say this thing? Look, that is a man who wants to hear your views. He wants, and when you convince him and he's convinced, overcome with your idea. He doesn't impose his ideas. He only offers leadership.
okayfm.
Offer leadership.
1.7.
He knows when to offer the leadership from the front. On him when or say, as a leader, no, he should come to the back. Or where to mingle, be within. He knows his time. He knows on him what to do at every time and every moment. And one thing he kept telling us, and he said, look, you can rise, but every time you rise, may we see the Yahoo free and son will call the next step. Don't ever forget where you have moved from to the next step. Because at that, I will receive maybe I will free and son will through to the next level. No? That is the day we may start to say, oh, Kofi.
okayfm. 101.
And that at all times, I baby I will think. I baby I now one ra. And son Uba do baby I will do. Because one kaya, that is the day you will start going down. So when him say that kind of belief, and I inform me decide for this self-help electrification project, for example. Say, in super, sending issue to difficult to reach areas, to boreholes and all those things. The period and as I buy. Because he was flying over the country, and now it's soon darkness in many parts. You can't see light beyond Kumasi when you are going up north. So Obedi Adienu, he knew that there was that problem. And the fact that Onababeye Mampini or chairman of ENDC doesn't mean the problem has been resolved. So he was still minded of what it was yesterday. So I'll say, he knew of their trampling. He knew the problem was still there. There must be a way, say, you better then the technical people, Mumfa Mwajimbra, you better then a Kania Koko. And I dream by say, Yedi cables and edifying Swasi. So we have to do it because they also need it. Or say, Yedi become crashing. Or say, Yetu show to reduce exposure to waterborne diseases. Yarea. Air fine, air higher. So this was a man with a lot of passion. Look, 6 months ago, Emma of friend said, "A branch here, oh boy, okay, during the 2008 campaigns, you know, here from Bronga Hafu. Odietisa to some parts of the northern regions, then to Ashanti region and the rest. Also, or you share a branch here, no, maybe you share a branch here, no man. and that he's not one person who doesn't want to stay in touch with good people. Meaning, I'm not busy, and he, man, to me, I'm Kofi share branch here. 3 months later, okay, one of the staff, Irene, said Irene must make sure she put pressure on me to get a branch here. So Irene was doing her best, and I mean, Mensako can a branch here in the number. And I sent it over to him. Could you believe, sir? Immediately, the very day I'm sending number, he called the gentleman. The next day, the man was in Accra to meet up with him.
Wow.
Then the second person, so Osaka, another one. And no, I've helped that one to travel out of the country for. Your friend is saying, is it greener pasture? This is someone he doesn't forget. Ubi say, "Uye papa, man, na uye bibi. What do you want to hold my process now? Or how now akai? Oh, mungo nembra. Let him come. Let us have a meal. Let him come. Let us. Have you all eaten? He wants to see the comfort of everybody. And. Truly, yes, Nyami know him, but sometimes then you ask them why. What do we need to doing? Analysis there. Now, but beside your coupon questions, because anyway.
Now, when you are quite busan, say. Ebra na oye sojani na oye odi o man oye head of state no in the army no a junior officer and command senior officer enti de nka e champon ye na esenka ebra oye flight lieutenant no na wabaye mampani no na sabre no the army ayini na hya na se no na nka eso to be promoting ho to like brigadier ana brigadier general na bibia tisa Edientina will remain in position now. Kopem se onyame ato nsa afreni. Unya kwa busano.
We had that conversation one time. But see, a military, he believes it's a disciplined institution. You earn your position through merit. And yet just the mere fact that in Ra we a flight lieutenant, or now Wabeye head of state, you are promoted to the highest rank. But see, he doesn't think that will bring discipline to the institution he was coming from. And he opposite people who said a junior officer equally has brains and has capacity to lead. You don't need to reach the level or more aircraft to be able to offer leadership. And you didn't need to just promote yourself overnight. How did you earn it? So he could stay in the position, give respect to the seniors, and still command. So on funny general in the he respected those of rank above him. Or the Obuo at the Mahon. But was still their commander in chief. And that he didn't have to do that because what would have been the work why in here also promoted no why in the past saw him being promoted. After all, since our baby Mampini is the commander in chief, why should you just promote yourself over and above everybody? And no a distress by even system.
Abasa Idi Media o promotu no one could do failed marshal.
And that on a pretty good example. That you can say when we say subsequently, even in some countries where a more stressful situation, you go for interventions, they don't necessarily promote themselves way to the very highest rank. If you were nipa no ni immediate rank na oye almost due no na wakoho enwechi no omun promote omo ho enche danko above the way na ebinumu eye.
Bila Kofi Adams, medals na say buem to say campaign. Ansana we beba na to say a form to say ma.
Oh, buem campaign here na ekoye. Na ebekoye so. Except say we have brought everything for now to a stand still to mourn and in honor of the founder, any former president. Ubia, I was privileged to work with and continue to work with. Even though that Menkasa Emmanuel officially as the spokesperson. When he says our title, no, nobody picked it up again. Me free or no.
Obia pick it up.
Maybe I'll be chairman. Also, you are still, your position is still there, waiting for you.
Now, okay, say, maybe I'm making back. Okay, say, Ube pre national organizer no. Na muko kumase na ome speech no. Ni speech no, ultimately say a propel you to victory because the way across the board say Kofi Adams, Kofi.
No, he continues to engage and continue to say all the good things to people. Maybe omunya opportunity to engage with him, and sometimes I felt like he was putting me on line of attack because sometimes Enyokiana obepe Penisano or Prezi, a young person either before them or some will be happy for you, but some also will start planning all kinds of things. But Onona Unimu, he knows me, and me and him, we have engaged in many discussions.
COVID, I be try to dear, me se pie, who is a brunya a bar, Papa J. Maham Pesia, now what the media bremia, who say Papa J. in the Christmas card, a shim. Now I sign it. And most of the Christmas card now, me will be crowd, me kwa mo faba no maswache na watchro udi na fe ni signature ni wo ho na fe and the town will be crowd dem am na se hampa no mu da so wo ho oh
sana nyame na dia we pray that he will rest in perfect. I know he's going to rest. Such a great and a good man will not pass on to rest. No.
That's a Kofi.
That's it, sir.
That's it. You're a Kofi Adams, a former aide to former Prez Rawlings, a parliamentary candidate for Buem NDC, former national organizer of the NDC.
OKFM 101.7.